So today I'm out at the Late Night Trail System in Las Vegas, Nevada, and today I want to do the 6-month review on my Hyper E-Ride 29-inch version of this Hyper e-bike. It's a box bike that you buy at Walmart. I paid like $798 for it. So far in 6 months, I've replaced the pedals. I put 720 millimeter bars on it. I changed the grips out just for some color match, really. And I put some Maxxis Aggressor tires on the front and back. My next thing will be replacing the shock, front shock. I mean, I've ridden it for 6 months and it's hanging in there, but you know, it is going to be needed to be changed here pretty soon. Got a little rattle, but you know, I got a couple little crinks and stuff here, but I'll tell you what, in 6 months I've ridden this thing on these types of trails here. You can see all these rocks and everything, and I've ridden this bike 2 to 3 times a week out here on these trails for the last 6 months. So we're gonna finish this out and I'm gonna review this bike as we ride and let you know what has been going on. So one of the things that I recently did is I replaced the brake pads. I went to REI and I purchased some Shimano brake pads, and they fit like a glove. They fit right on there. You just got to look at your old pad and the style of them. The pads that were on there were, to be honest with you, they weren't very good. So these ones have made a nice difference as far as like stopping power, which is obviously very important. You can hear the shock right there. But you know, sometimes I get like a lockout in the front shock, but I mean, really, to be honest with you, for a budget e-bike, what do you expect, right? I mean, of course you got to replace the shock, but this thing is an awesome bike. Still got a little screw. I'll get some dirt now. Uh-oh, that was me. Wrong line. But yeah, this thing has been great. Like I said, I've been riding it 2 to 3 times a week for the last 6 months on these types of trails, and I have had nothing break. I've just replaced to make them a little better. I did take it to a giant bicycle shop and had them true the front and rear wheel. Cost me like 30 bucks or something, $24 or something like that, just to straighten the wheel out a little bit. But other than that, man, this thing has been awesome. Still running the same tire pressure, 25 pounds in the front, 30 in the back. Just seems to work for me. I'm about 185. I was 210 when I first started mountain biking, so to get down to 185 is pretty awesome. Plus I'm dropping my blood pressure pills after my heart attack in 2017. What made me start mountain biking. This has been awesome. Now it's all about your mood and, you know, getting out here and just enjoying life. So I've been riding now for probably about 10 miles, and I've got 2 to 3 bars of power still. I learned that your power bar will go down as your power comes on and you're using power. The bar will shut off and then it'll come back on when you are not using as much of the power anymore. So I've never run out of battery so far. I've ridden all over the place. My wife and I take these bikes everywhere. We've taken them to Idaho, Montana, Arizona, the Grand Canyon, Utah, everywhere. So we've just been having fun. You know, I ride during the week on these trails, and then on Saturdays, her and I head out for a nice day out and go day tripping, where we've been visiting different ghost towns here in Nevada, and then this weekend we're gonna go check one out in Arizona. You can check that out on my YouTube channel. I got some ghost town rides and things like that. So, but I'll put this one up like I said, this thing you just tear it up on this bike. And since I've had it, I've ridden with guys that have $5,000 e-bikes, shocks all over the place. We've got a hardtail, and I've been keeping up with them. Sometimes they pass me, sometimes I pass them. I've been having a blast on this thing. It's a great bike. I would highly recommend, if you're in the market for a budget e-bike. I mean, you know, it's hard to fork out $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in today's world. I mean, I'm not saying they're not a better bike. Of course they are. They're gonna have better parts and, you know, bigger brakes and this and that. But really, if, you know, once you start riding a lot, you get used to this bike. One of the things this bike is it's made climbing so much more fun. I mean, right now I'm climbing. I'm not climbing a steep hill, but since I started riding, I've been climbing out of this ride and talking at the same time. It doesn't feel like I'm climbing. Right now I'm in low power second gear. Got a good cadence going right now. That's one thing you'll learn, is you get a cadence going and you find what power mode fits best gear as far as cadence goes. I mean, it's very rare that I put this thing in high power. There's only a couple hills that I put it in high power to climb in these rides. I'm doing the landmine, or actually I'm doing the cactus slalom loop out here at Landmine, or out here at Late Night Trail System. You can check it out on Trail Forks under routes in Las Vegas, Nevada. Click on routes, put in cactus slalom route, and you can check out the route that I rode, elevation, all that good stuff. And you can see that the Hyper 29-inch e-bike can do this. Now on the 26-inch, my wife's bike, I haven't done much to that. I just recently put some Continental Trail King tires on there. She was sliding out. She just started riding more in the dirt recently since we've been going to these ghost towns. A lot of them are dirt Jeep roads. Nothing major, but for her tires were more road bike-ish. So I switched them out, and she said it's made a big difference. Haven't really done much more than that on her bike. She's not gonna come out here on these trails with me, but I'm getting her out more and more. She's liking it, and so she's starting to see some health benefits coming out of it too, which is nice. You know, I'm 55, she's 56, so you know, we're looking to stay young, which both of us feel. I mean, heck, I feel 35 if you ask me. I'm ready to go right now. But heck, these bikes make climbing, like I said. I mean, this is the little slalom part right here, and I'm just climbing out of it. You can hear the power kick on a little bit. The bike still rides smooth. I'm sitting down, cruising along. Like I said, you can start to hear a little rattle here and there, a little crack, you know, here and there. But heck, name me a bike that you don't hear that on. I mean, come on. All you do is every so often I go through and I make sure all the bolts are tight, you know, lube everything back up. I'm constantly tinkering on my bike. It's just something I do, but I'm always making sure things are tight. Very important. But yeah, this thing's awesome. So there you go. That's my 6-month review on the Hyper E-Ride 29-inch bike. Like I said, I purchased it at Walmart online about 6 months ago. I've been riding the heck out of it. So go out and grab one. Get off the couch. Get out there and ride a little bit. You'll thank me later. Peace out. Have fun, be safe. GoPro, stop recording.